if you've just joined us, I'm Sally Bundock. We're looking at the top business stories, starting with the cryptocurrency industry. It was given a major boost on Wednesday when US financial regulators finally cleared 11 Bitcoin investment funds to start trading on stock exchanges. The approval of the Bitcoin Exchange Traded Funds, or ETFs, is seen by supporters as a watershed for crypto, giving it financial respectability and mainstream acceptance on Wall Street after a string of controversies. Erin Delmore has more from New York.
This decision by the SEC was years in the making, and now it will allow people and institutions to invest in Bitcoin almost as easily as they buy stocks. The move could increase demand for Bitcoin and legitimacy for the cryptocurrency industry, which has weathered scandal and skepticism. SEC Chair Gary Gensler didn't shy away from that in his statement, saying, "While we approved the listing and trading of certain spot Bitcoin ETP shares today, we did not approve or endorse Bitcoin." He said that investors should remain cautious about the risks associated with Bitcoin and said the cryptocurrency is, quote, primarily a speculative, volatile asset. While investors and crypto watchers awaited the SEC's decision, a false tweet was posted on the SEC's official X account a day earlier saying the ETFs had been approved. The SEC said its social media account was compromised and an investigation is ongoing.
Erin Delmore there. Well, let's unpack this with Russ Mould, who's Investment Director at AJ Bell. Good morning to you, Russ.
Morning, Sally.
Wasn't this just inevitable?
That's a good, to a degree, it was, partly because the Securities and Exchange Commission has been dragged kicking and screaming into it, having lost a lawsuit against one of the major fund providers, who pointed out that it was already possible to trade funds that were following the value of derivatives of Bitcoin. This is now giving investors a chance to invest through these funds in the spot price, the immediately available trading price. So the fact you could invest in one type of Bitcoin product and not another really wasn't sustainable. So yes, the SEC in the end had to cave in.
And your thoughts? Is it the right move?
Deep sigh. I think if you're a crypto believer, you'll be probably quite excited about it. As you said, it provides legitimacy. Although originally, I seem to remember that one of the reasons that people were excited about crypto was the lack of central bank oversight, the lack of regulatory oversight. It was seen as free of all that. But after all the scandals we've seen, whether it's Three Arrows or Celsius or Voyager or FTX, I think some regulatory approval will be welcomed by crypto fans. The theory is it opens up a tidal wave of new money that can access Bitcoin, because a $46,000 investment isn't something that everybody can do. And so the theory is the money flows into the fund buys more Bitcoins, the price goes up and more people get excited. But that process can work in reverse as well.
I mean, it's interesting, this whole journey, because when it all kicked off, I remember my colleague Rory Ketlin-Jones investing in Bitcoin right in the beginning, all those years ago, and the tumultuous journey it's been on since. And yet we are all having to just move on with this now. It is official. The SEC's given it the go-ahead. It's a huge symbolic moment, isn't it, really?
It is. I guess it'll be interesting to see if other regulators now follow suit, whether it's the UK or in Europe, for example. Cryptocurrency fans will see crypto as either potentially money and a medium of exchange, or a unit of account, or a store of value. People who don't believe in cryptocurrency will argue that it's none of those things. It's too volatile. You can't really pay for your groceries or your taxes with it, for example, and it's not widely used by retailers. So the ideological battle continues between holders or hodlers of cryptocurrencies and those who don't believe in them, just as it does for gold. The same arguments apply. Some people love gold because they think it's a store of value at a time when you've got inflation and central banks have been conjuring money out of the air. Equally, some people don't like gold because they see it as an inert rock that does nothing. And one thing that neither gold nor Bitcoin do is generate any cash or offer any yield.
Interesting. It's good to get your take on this. Thank you, Russ. Nice to see you. See you again soon. Russ Mould there, Investment Director at AJ Bell.